If you drive through Oakland with your windows rolled up, you might miss it. The tents tucked under overpasses. The men and women hunched beneath tarps on the edge of city parks. The quiet way despair settles into the sidewalks. But if you stop, if you actually look, it's impossible to ignore. This is not the Oakland of hopeful headlines and real estate brochures. This is a city unraveling in plain sight. Oakland was once a haven for working families, a proud city of laborers, artists, and activists. It held the promise of affordability just outside San Francisco's crushing market. But now, that promise is collapsing under the weight of its own neglect. And the truth is, the collapse didn't come all at once. It came slowly, quietly. One eviction, one policy failure, one broken system at a time. What remains now is a city in crisis. Take a walk down International Boulevard. You'll see rows of tents clustered beside shuttered businesses. You'll pass vans and RVs that haven't moved in months, maybe years. You'll notice the absence of children where playgrounds used to echo with laughter. This isn't just poverty, it's abandonment. People aren't just unhoused. They've been uncounted, unseen, unheard. The numbers only tell part of the story. Over 12,700 people without homes. More than 3/4 of them living outdoors. But the numbers don't show you the faces. The elderly woman washing her hair in a bucket. The teenager pacing outside a locked bathroom. The father sitting silently on a curb, his daughter sleeping beside him. In Oakland today, the line between survival and collapse is razor thin. Housing here isn't just unaffordable, it's impossible. A one-bedroom apartment averages more than $2,200 a month. That's beyond reach for anyone making minimum wage or living off Social Security, or recovering from job loss. The city's rental market continues to climb, even as wages remain frozen. It's a financial chokehold that leaves thousands just one crisis away from the street. And once they fall, getting back up isn't just hard, it's a maze. The shelter system is overwhelmed. Transitional housing waitlists stretch for months. Emergency motel vouchers expire before people can use them. And when the city clears out encampments, what follows isn't opportunity. It's more displacement. No permanent housing, no plan, just more moving, more loss. You hear the same thing, over and over. There's nowhere left to go. From East Oakland to West Grand Avenue, from Fruitvale to Wood Street, the crisis takes on different forms, but the suffering is consistent. Entire neighborhoods have become silent battlegrounds. People fight not just to survive, but to stay visible, to remind a city that they exist. In places like Mosswood Park, families with small children camp beneath redwood trees, while others cook over open fires just feet away from busy roads. There is no privacy, no security, no dignity, just tarps, tension, and exhaustion. And in the midst of this, small business owners try to hold on. They unlock their doors each morning to find encampments on their steps, trash in their lots, and customers too afraid to stop by. This isn't a case of intolerance. It's a case of a city that has reached its limit. The tension is growing, and without real solutions, so is the resentment. But the people living in these encampments? They didn't choose this. Most had homes once. They had jobs. Some had savings. What they didn't have was protection. They didn't have a system strong enough to catch them when things went wrong. A medical emergency, a car accident, a landlord looking to raise rent. One unexpected moment, and everything fell apart. And what they find after the fall is silence. Waiting lists, voicemails, bureaucracy, rejection. And over time, that silence starts to sound like abandonment. It's not just individuals losing hope. Entire communities are slipping through the cracks. School teachers are priced out. Nurses sleep in cars. Retirees share tents with strangers. The middle class in Oakland isn't just shrinking, it's bleeding out. We spoke to a man named Darius. He worked for 15 years as a mechanic. Lost his home after the garage closed during the pandemic. Now, He sleeps behind a fast food restaurant. "I never thought this would be me," he said. "But here I am. And no one cares." Oakland's crisis is more than tents and tarps. It's a dismantling of trust. Trust in leadership, in justice, in the idea that hard work leads to stability. The promise of the American dream is being rewritten in the dust of sidewalk encampments. Even children feel it. They grow up in unstable environments, watching police sweep through their communities with flashing lights and megaphones. Some don't attend school. Others go, but arrive hungry and sleep-deprived. They carry the trauma of homelessness into classrooms where learning becomes secondary to survival. Their innocence fades before it has a chance to flourish. Oakland's homeless crisis is generational. What begins with one missed rent payment ends with a child growing up believing this is all life has to offer. The most chilling part of this tragedy? We're starting to accept it. We step over bodies the way we step over cracks in the pavement. We normalize the suffering. The tents fade into the background. The stories blend into static. And our silence becomes complicity. But we must resist that numbness. We must remember that these are not strangers. They are neighbors, former co-workers, friends, veterans, grandparents, high school classmates. Their lives matter. Their pain is real. Their recovery is possible. But only if we choose to see them again. What Oakland needs isn't more sweeps or sound bites. It needs housing, affordable, accessible, permanent. It needs mental health support that meets people where they are, not where we wish they were. It needs leaders willing to do more than manage headlines. It needs policy with compassion and follow-through. Because without it, we aren't just losing homes. We're losing humanity. There is still time. Time to act, to rebuild, to reimagine. But that time is running out. And the cost of inaction will be measured not just in dollars, but in dignity. Oakland is at a crossroads. What happens next will determine not only its future, but the future of every city standing on the edge of the same crisis. We can look away, or we can step up. The question is, which will it be?